Welcome back to the final episode of Season 2 of The Laura and Becky Show, sponsored by Box Bar and Rolling Tap Mobile Bars.
We can't believe it's the end of Season 2 already.
I can't believe it.
It seems like ages ago we started this season, I have to say, but August has gone really quickly, so that's weird, isn't it?
It is weird, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for listening. If you've stuck with us for the whole of Season 2, thank you very much. If you're new, then you've got Season 1 and Season 2 to listen to.
If you haven't yet done so, please give us a like, a follow, a subscribe, and a little review, because it all helps, like, pumping us up the podcast chart things.
Pumping us up.
Pumping us up.
Pump it up. Pump it up. Right, let's get started. So, yesterday's podcast was all about anxiety. Thank you so much for all the messages that we had about it.
Yeah, it's been lovely. And obviously a lot of people relate to this, because you always know when people relate to what you're talking about, because you get a lot of messages about it. I've got to say hi to somebody. In fact, no, I'm not going to say their name.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's fair with this kind of thing to mention names. But they messaged me and said, love the anxiety podcast. I think I have imposter syndrome. And that tends to manifest itself into anxiety. And they also put, yes, the scratching and Meadowhall being unable to walk that you spoke about, which you talked about yesterday, was very brave. Keep the flag flying.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they also had a panic attack in a swimming pool once as well.
Oh, really?
That'd be awful, actually, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
in a swimming pool.
Yeah, I don't think I've had a panic attack in a swimming pool. I've got a story about a swimming pool, though. Do you want to hear it? You know, swimming pools are unisex changing rooms. Well, they are. There's most of them. I think a lot of them are. Yeah,
I've never been in a unisex change room at a swimming pool before.
Yes, you have.
I swear to
Mate,
God.
the main swimming pool here is unisex.
I've never been here. I promise I've never been in one.
Okay, well, there were when.
Did you see naked men when you go into the changing rooms?
Cubicles.
Isn't there like a communal area where people can get changed if they want?
What? Oh well, yeah, but no one does that, do they?
Oh, okay.
Boy, no. Anyway, it's unisex, and this is years ago. This is when Rosie was about, I would say, 3, maybe. We're in a unisex changing rooms. We're in the family change, so we had a bit of room because that obviously had Rosie. And getting a child changed after swimming is so annoying, isn't it?
Oh,
They're always miserable. They never want to get out, and then it takes ages.
And you're drying them as well. It's like, ugh.
It's a nightmare. Anyway, we were in the changing room. I feel like my mic is going. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I feel like my mic is turning on.
Should you pause it and check?
Hang on.
Bear with.
Okay, I'm back. Right, we're back. Right, so in the changing room with Rosie, she's about 3.5. I know there's a man next door getting changed. It's very busy. Swimming lessons have finished. We're getting changed. I had a swim whilst Rosie was doing her lesson, took my swimming costume off, and she went, "Mummy, look at your big fat willy."
No.
I swear to God. Look at your big...
I haven't got a willy, Rosie.
Oh, yeah. I haven't got a willy. Yes, you have. Look at your big fat willy, Mummy. I was like, oh my God. How embarrassing. And then I had to get changed and walk outside, and everyone's like...
Oh, there's that lady with the willy. Yeah, there she is with her big fat willy.
There you go.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
We literally like, I have not got a willy. I'm a lady.
Stop it.
Oh, I love it. Go on, Rosie.
I know, yeah. She always used to insist on not taking her swimming cap off. So
when she came out of the pool?
Yeah, she just wore it like for the rest of the day.
No, stop.
Yeah.
Do you remember when, I don't think they do this anymore like these days, but when we were younger, those rubber swimming caps you used to have when you went swimming, you used to have to put talcum powder in them to like get them on and off.
Yeah, well, they're still a little bit like that. Still like, tight swimming caps. Yeah, she used to wear hers all day.
Oh, no.
And sometimes her goggles.
Oh,
You just go around Tesco and be like, don't mind my kid. Everyone just loved it. They're like, oh, look at that little girl.
Oh, I would love it.
She just said I had a penis, so don't make too much fuss of her. Anyway, thank you so much for all your messages yesterday.
Yeah.
I think next season, season 3, I think we should tackle divorce.
I was thinking the same thing. Because we always like to do like one kind of serious episode, don't we, in a season? So maybe divorce, breakup, separations, that should be the next one.
If you've got any suggestions though, then get in touch. You can email us. It's thelauraandbeckyshow@gmail.com. We like to we'll cover any topic, won't we?
Well, pretty much, yeah. Not anything.
So Rolling Tap Mobile Bars would just like to say a massive thank you for sponsoring our podcast. We've loved talking about them, obviously, because it's rosé wine and cocktails.
Yeah, I mean, what more could we want? They've been absolutely amazing. If you are having any sort of a shindig. We didn't even practice that. I love it. Yes, if you are having any sort of event, definitely look these guys up because they are amazing.
I wonder what shindig means. What is a shindig? Is it where you...
Don't know, it's like a party, isn't it? But I don't know where the word comes from.
Anyway,
I like the word shindig.
Find them. It's Rolling Tap Mobile Bars. Right, so I'm off on holiday tomorrow.
What am I going to do without you?
I don't know.
You live 10 days.
9 days. I know. And I popped to get my toes and my fingers done this morning, right? Now, I've been out in the garden. I've been in my Crocs, right? Yeah. Mainly cleaning out the chickens. Okay, now chickens shit everywhere. It's not nice. So I've been trying to make it a bit nicer for them. Anyway...
So were you a little bit filthy after this?
Mate, my toes. I'm not joking. I didn't think. I just kind of got up this morning, went, did the chickens, grabbed Grace. I wanted to get the ready so I didn't have to queue to get into the bloody nail place. Got in, sat down, looked at my feet and my hairy legs.
Oh, no.
And I just thought, oh, no.
So was there, let me just get this straight, was there actual chicken poo in your toenails?
I don't know. Yeah, basically. Probably a mixture of mud and chicken poo from my Crocs.
No.
And he had to get a little scalpel thing and clean it out. I was like, this guy is going to be sat here going, this is the start to my day.
He needs a medal, doesn't he, that guy?
It was awful.
You sent me a picture, you were like, mate, look, and you literally sent a picture of this guy clearing said chicken poop from under your toenails.
Then he got, basically it looks like a cheese grater, but it's a grater, just starts grating my feet.
Hang on, what do you mean?
Mate, they grate your feet.
What, to get dead skin off?
Mm-hmm.
Oof, that must be funny.
Well, it's quite nice / painful / quite tickly.
Yeah.
You get a bit of a, it's quite nice actually, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quite like people playing with my feet in general.
But I was mortified. However, I've been going to that nail place for years, probably 8 years. Always just have acrylics, have gels now. I swear to God, they're mean to me now because I don't have acrylics.
Yeah, do you know
what? They don't like me.
No, I think all nail salons are like this. I went in to have my nails, and I only have gels as well. This was about 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And I had one nail that had broken, so it was shorter than the rest of my nails. Anyway, he didn't even ask me. He just got the acrylic thing out. And I went, hey. I went, what are you doing? What's happening here? And he went, I'll put an acrylic on that one. I said, no, I don't want acrylic. He said, no, you need it. And he tried to force me. And I went, no. I went, I am not having acrylic. And I actually lied to him.
Oh, did you?
I told him a lie so that he could. I went, I play netball every week, so I can't have them. Do I play netball every week? No, I do not.
That's a good one, though. That's good. But yeah, they do kind of, I swear they're just not as friendly. They're just a little bit like, usually like, bye. But so they're like, bye.
Well, what are they going to be like now after you've gone there with your pooey toes?
Well,
and they're not going to let you in next time.
I'm going to get banned. How disgusting. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, he won't be listening, but...
Yeah, well, you never know.
Sorry about that.
We just want to say a massive thank you to Box Bar in Sheffield for being one of our lovely, lovely sponsors on season 2.
Yeah, don't forget, if you'd like to kind of tone up, maybe it's coming into autumn, you're like, I want to get fit.
Yeah.
Then check them out on their website, boxbar.co.uk. There's so much information about how you can get involved, the classes, all sorts.
The classes are amazing. Also, they've got their juice bar there. They do breakfast there. It's just a lovely, lovely place. And they will really look after you as well.
Yeah, so have a look at them. It's boxbar.co.uk. Right, so we went for a meeting, didn't we, a couple of days ago at a fancy golf club that we're going to start doing our quiz at, literally the day after I get back off holiday.
I know. It's
we need to, in fact, I've just thought of something we need to do for them. We said we'd do. Just a bit of admin. Yeah, literally like, I can do that. That's fine, I can do that.
It was very fancy. It was a cracking meeting. Like some meetings you go to, they're a bit boring, and I tend to fall asleep through them, don't I?
Yeah.
some meetings you go to, they're just good. It was good people that we were meeting there.
Yeah.
And also we got given Prosecco's, didn't we, in the meeting?
Prosecco. We were like, oh, we're not drinking now. And they're like, what? And we're like, oh, go on then. I mean, it literally didn't even need to convince us.
I know. So we had a Prosecco. So that always makes a meeting a little bit more fun, doesn't it?
But going in there, we turned up. I don't know golf club etiquette. Well, neither of us do. You had a cap on.
I know, they nearly didn't let me in.
Yeah. You're not allowed in with hats on.
I felt like a hooligan.
I loved it though, because instead of going, oh, sorry, yeah, sure, you went, oh, I'm not taking my cap off. My hair's all flat. Like literally, I was like, oh God, she ain't taking her cap off.
You know when you've been wearing a cap or a hat all day and then someone goes, take it off, you're like, no. It's all like stuck to your head and flat.
I tell you what, there's nothing more annoying when you've got a hat on. Someone jokingly takes it off your head. I see red when people do that.
Yeah, that could send me into a rage, that.
It is,
it
isn't
funny.
It? It's not, is it?
No,
There's something about it.
Do not do it.
I would imagine that's like, you know, when guys walk up to other guys and go, huh, and pull down their shorts.
Yeah. It's
like,
the equivalent,
It's
isn't
the
it?
equivalent.
Yeah, don't be taking our hats off. So I didn't take my cap off, did I?
No.
And I bowled in there, bold as brass. And actually they were like, all right, we'll make an exception today. But when you turn up for the quiz, do not wear a cap.
They started talking about like how the members there there was a group of members that like to win the quiz. And they're like, well, we're not sure if we're going to come to this other quiz. And then the event manager was like, I said to them, well, you can't let non-members come in and win, can you? So I think it's going to get a bit feisty.
I think it is as well. And it's a little bit political. There's a lot of rules, isn't there? And kind of like tradition at golf clubs.
Well, Jesus.
So we were talking to the guys that we met.
No,
and we
hang
were like,
on. No, rewind. We were in the car on the way there and you were like, what if they want us to get our tits out? And I was like, what? Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah.
I don't know what we're walking into here. We've never hosted a pub quiz at a golf club. It's mainly men, isn't it, there? It's going to be a room full of men.
I don't know, is it?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, so I was a bit like, what's the clientele going to be like? Are they going to be heckling us? Like, yeah, come on, girls, get
show
your
us your
tits
vagina.
out. Yeah.
Well, anyway, so then we got to the meeting. In the middle of the meeting, Becca was like, well, I tell you what we were talking about in the car. And I was like, no, you're actually not going to say, are you? And you're like, yeah, what if they want us to get our boobs out? I was just like, oh my God.
I think it was the Prosecco talking. I think that's what it was. But to be fair, they both laughed and they're like, yeah, they might well say that to you. We were like, right, just so we know, just so we come prepared.
I mean, I think we're going to bowl in there and they're literally just going to sit there and go, what? Especially when we start bad rapping.
Oh, God, do you think the room might be silent?
Yeah, but that would be quite funny.
We're just going to have to play it by ear, aren't we? Put some golf questions in just to keep them happy.
Well, they said, I'll do a golf round. We were like, oh, God, okay, well, Google that then, shall we?
No.
Although I did have a golf question, which I was quite impressed with. But, yeah, it's either going to go, it's either going to go really well or it's going to be really bad. I think it's a grower. I think we'll grow on them.
I agree. We're probably going to be very different to what they're used to. But what we'll do, obviously, when we start season 2 of the podcast, we'll have just done one so we can update you on what happened and give you all the goss and, you know, tell you if they did tell us to get our tits out.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I mean, you can if you want.
I'm not getting my tits out at a golf club, thanks. That's not what I do.
Famous last words. The start of season 3 is going to be entitled, Yes, I Got My Tits Out at the Golf Club. I bet you. Right, what's going on in the world? Okay, now I think we have to be careful here because I don't want to slag off another podcast because I think you shouldn't. But...
Well, on the way to our meeting at the golf club this week, we decided to put on Meghan Markle's podcast because everyone's talking about it. It's all over the papers and all over social media. And we were a little bit intrigued, weren't we? Now, it has got a real slating, hasn't it? People are like, oh, it's not very good and the way it's put together is a bit weird. So when something's quite bad, you actually want to have a listen, don't you?
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm not a massive fan of hers. I mean, I don't really have it. I don't really care either way, if I'm honest. But yeah, there was a bit of a curiosity, so we thought we'd put it on. I mean, it was the longest intro to any podcast I'd ever listened to. And like you said, she sounded like she was from Jackanory.
It's like she's reading a script. It doesn't sound very natural or genuine, does it? And there's all this like music in the background and then she refers back to certain things. There's clips from the past. And then, of course, Harry makes a surprise appearance, which kind of annoyed me a bit.
Well, the title of the podcast is like blah, blah, blah with Serena Williams. Serena Williams doesn't come on until, 10 minutes into the podcast.
Well, we were driving, you were like, where's Serena?
Where's Serena?
When's Serena coming on?
Yeah. And then when Serena's on, Meghan's like, oh, hang on, Serena. And then in comes her like, oh, hi, how you doing? Yeah. And it's a bit like, oh, we're not stupid. Like, we know who you're married to. We know you're friends with, like... Oh, mate, honestly, I was a bit like, get on with it.
Yeah. Now, I like Harry a lot, but I don't like the way she crowbarred him in, almost like it was accident into the podcast. Like you said, we're not stupid.
We're not stupid. We know what's going on.
We know.
But I don't know. I mean, I'm just reading here that it got more, it's top of the charts. It's got more downloads than Joe Rogan. I mean, Joe Rogan's like king of podcasts.
Yeah, he's always top, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know if it will stay top. I think it's probably a lot of people listening first. A bit like Piers Morgan's TV show. Like loads of people watch the first one and like nobody watches it now.
Yeah. I'm not surprised because I think people are intrigued by it, especially if it's had a slating. So I think fair play, getting to number one and knocking Joe Rogan off. Like that's not an easy thing to be fair. I mean, we haven't done it yet, have we?
Give us time. Give us 10 years.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to stay there. I think people will drop off quite quickly.
Right, our mate then for today is basically that we've kind of done season 2.
I cannot believe that we are here. Do you remember when we were first talking about doing this podcast? And first of all, we didn't even have a clue how to upload a podcast. We were like, oh God, what are we doing here? We made loads of mistakes, didn't we?
Yeah, a lot of people usually ask, like, how do you do it? Like, ugh. And at the start, we were a bit like that. Even though we're in radio, we're not tech people. So we're a bit like, oh, how are we going to do it? I mean, luckily we've got a few bits of equipment kind of here so we could use that, but like uploading it and learning how to do it and all that stuff, oh my God, we were like, we figured it out though, didn't we?
We figured it out, but we were very, very confused. So the fact that we've kind of done all of that and now we're here at the end of season 2, it's amazing, isn't it?
I know, yeah. So we're going to have a bit of a break. I'm off on holiday tomorrow. There might be a funny story tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll wait and see. You're going to have like a nice chilled out time.
Yeah, it's Lily's last week before starting a new school, so I'm going to enjoy some time with her.
A week left till school holidays are over.
I know. Hasn't that flown by?
Also as well, just really quickly, have you seen all this stuff about the energy prices today?
Don't, because actually it's making me anxious.
I mean,
I know.
It's awful.
We're all going to be on the streets, aren't we?
I don't know. I just think there's going to be some kind of revolt. Is it a revolt?
They've got to do something. This cannot continue.
This is nuts. And also I was thinking, like, not only does this affect, like, obviously just normal household bills, you know, if you're a youngster and you're trying to get on the property ladder, like, your energy prices might be more than your mortgage.
They probably will be. It's honestly, it actually scares me. I try not to read too much because it actually worries me quite a lot.
Yeah, maybe we should kind of see how this goes and maybe talk about this in season 3 as well. Because it's like...
I think a lot of people are stressed about it.
Isn't there a day in October when nobody's going to pay their bill or they've signed up to this thing? I mean, I don't quite know what's going to happen, but May!
I know, hold on to your hats.
Jesus Christ.
Also, I have got a school reunion coming up. So on season 3... I'm going to fill you in on that.
Are we going to find out about the boy with the suitcase? No, not suitcase.
Yes,
the briefcase.
I'm going to let you know about him. I think he's quite good looking now as well. So I'll let you know about him. There's always some shenanigans at school reunions, isn't there?
I cannot wait to hear about this.
Also, we were talking earlier, weren't we? We're going to do a bit of a tell-all on something that we haven't talked about yet as well.
Yeah, that's it, all in season 3. So thank you so much for listening. If you've listened to every single one of these podcasts, thank you so much.
And you probably deserve a medal.
Yeah, and you've got a break now for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy. We'll be back. What date are we back on?
I think...
Is it the...
Oh, God.
7th, 8th, 9th. Here we go.
1, 2. I think it's the 12th.
The 12th of September.
Yeah, Monday the 12th. So 2 weeks off. We'll be back Monday the 12th. And we'll have lots to talk about, won't we?
Yeah. So we will be back in 2 weeks' time.